Let's do this!
Wake up, wake up, wake up! Up you wake, up you wake, up you wake.
Dirty Ern and Dan, older somebody should have told you it's the Just Being Earnest podcast.
Yes, it is.
I am your hostess with the mostest, Dirty Ern, he, him. This is Daniel Oda. Somebody should have told you.
He, him, he, him, he, him, he, him.
What is going on?
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot going on in the world today.
There is a lot going on.
I had a cool day. It was slow. It was a slow day for me.
Yeah.
You know, I made the most of my slow day to make sure it was enjoyable for me and profitable on the financial end for myself as well.
Absolutely. I will admit I took more breaks than I usually do because it was hella nice outside today. And yeah, did not like being trapped indoors.
But it was a good Sunday. When I got to Daniel's house, I just went to the restroom. I don't want to give you too much information, but I went to while I was going outside to go into the house, I saw a gentleman. I think he was on a rock-like substance, and he was bicycling up the street with lights, blue lights, around the frame part, you know what I mean? The handlebars.
Sure. Yeah.
Blue lights around the handlebars, almost like Christmas lights. And,
Okay. So he was styling. Okay.
Styling, and he had music blasting, and it was gospel music. And I went in the house and I was like, man, I love the hood. I love the hood.
Yeah. That part of
that guy is making the most of his day.
Absolutely. He's out there living his life. It's the kind of thing I'm just kind of oblivious to nowadays, living in Richmond. But yeah, I love it. We were just talking about how, you know, East Coast and West Coast, New York, and the Bay Area, right? I kind of feel like New York is just a different shade of Bay Area, or two sides to the same coin, you know?
They're on the other side of the country.
Yeah, but it's just like, man, so many characters that we create out
here. They're very
you know what I mean?
proud of New York the way we are very proud of the Bay Area.
I feel like we're both wonderfully weird, and
that's a good.
Yeah, wonderfully weird. I mean,
have to be a topic one day.
I think it shall be.
To see the similarities in the two.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know.
Both develop so much lingo, you know.
Lots of lingo.
Lots of art. Lots of influence.
Of art. Yeah.
Creators flock to these places.
This is true.
You know?
This is true for whatever their type of creativity may be, whether it be technology or fashion.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, everybody knows to get your music on a national scale, you got to go through New York. You got to be able to do New York.
Yeah. You.
If you want to be official, you know, you got to go through New York.
You have to run that gamut.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to either find a muse, or to find inspiration, you could find it either place. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So everybody's been talking about in the news is everybody's talking about this Will Smith thing, which is we don't want to rehash that. We were doing the whole thing when it happened live, and I had some natural substances, very natural.
Yes, yeah,
in a chocolate form, and just way too strong for me. At the time, and that's why I didn't deliver the quality that I usually like to deliver. You know, at least in the fashion that I would have delivered it.
Yeah,
You know, and today
it made the show interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. But I guess you want to visit different topics when it comes to that, because you could dissect that. That brings up so many different things. When I was able to get home that night, I was able to talk to my lady and you know, get what her take was on it, and she's a big Jada Pinkett fan, and she
I didn't know this.
Was like, I mean, most women are, you know, and
why? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean that.
It's a very great question. It's a very great question. C level actress. I don't know. I guess they like her strength or whatever. She makes terrible heavy metal. Did you know that?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You might have to throw some of that in. But yeah, she made, all of this, girls like her for the most part. She has Red Table Talk where she emasculates her husband on.
Oh yeah.
Where she talks about sleeping with her son's friend who's a C-list R&B singer. Very talented though. And while Will sits there teary-eyed and she sits there with a straight face. That's neither here nor there.
Correct. Yeah.
I guess kind of what I wanted to get into on this topic is, does your woman think for you? Do your emotions have to be her emotions? 'Cause my lady who I have a very good partnership with, has been 8 years of partnership, and she, I would protect her physically if she was in danger.
For sure.
But
yeah.
But on the, she would never expect me on the biggest night of my life to jeopardize my whole career.
That's absolutely right.
For her feelings.
Yeah.
She's not that selfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some girls would be like, "Yeah, Will, yeah, you do that."
And I've heard this, and I've even seen it.
Me too.
From people that I know on Instagram.
Me too.
Yeah.
Saying he should have did it, jeopardize everything because her feelings were hurt. Now, it is a man's job to protect a woman. I got you on that.
Absolutely.
It is a man's job to protect a woman.
Yes. And that's admirable.
Physically, or as if she's in danger or something like that, if somebody's being malicious. Right? But over a joke, you want me to jeopardize everything on this night, that's supposed to be my biggest night. You've emasculated me on TV for 2 years. And yet, this is a night that all the people praise him for doing.
Right.
My lady would never expect me to do that. You're supposed to, let me get back to the point. You're supposed to protect your woman. Physically and emotionally and all of that.
100%.
But she's supposed to protect your well-being. Does your woman protect your well-being? Does she? If she expects you to do something like that on a night like that for you, that's, to me, seems selfish.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a person that I met in this past week. I was talking with another friend about the incident, and he decided to just chime in, and he said, "You know what, guys? You know who I'm really disappointed in is Jada." And we were both taken aback, like, "Oh, really? Well, why do you say that?" And he said, "I've been married to my wife for about the same length of time as Will has been married to Jada. And if I was in Will," this is him talking, "if I was in Will Smith's shoes and my wife that was sitting next to me, if she saw me react and get up and about to do anything, do you know what she would have done at that moment?"
Probably grabbed him.
That's exactly what he said. She would have grabbed him and say, "No, baby, it's not."
Because she's protecting his well-being.
That's right.
Because she would be protecting his well-being, his future, his job.
That's right. That's what he said, and that gave me a different perspective about it.
You gotta think about it. I mean, she's supposed to protect him from that, but she was happy in the moment, like, he risked everything.
I saw the video angle where she laughed.
Yeah, I saw that too.
After he smacked Chris Rock, and that was,
and people were, and people in the moment were they were cheering him on. There were people at home cheering him on, like, yeah, he was right. I'm like, well, are you serious?
But
it was mainly women, right?
Yeah.
That's my whole point is if your union, if your partnership is half and half, both of you both doing your part.
Yeah.
One person can't do that much over something that little.
Yeah. Yeah. Like just in real life, you're at, I guess, like I don't know, like an event, and somebody says something that's like let's just say like a mediocre joke or whatever. And what is this supposed to be like every time you just get up and slug the person?
Oh, I'm not even really talking about that whole thing. I don't want to get back into the whole hitting thing. I don't want to get back into that. I'm basically talking about how much does your woman control you?
Yeah.
Does your woman are her feelings your feelings?
Are her thoughts your thoughts? And
right.
Are her feelings? Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you really want to do that? Are you acting like, oh, so me and my lady feel this way? Like, what? Hold on. What? How can you both feel the same way?
That's right. Yeah.
Me and my lady never really feel the same way. We'll agree and we'll be somewhere, we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
You're supposed to be with someone that you align with in a majority of ways, but you're supposed to be your own people. This is my thing, and I'm going to address what you're saying in my own way. Mm-hmm. For those of you out there that like to say the phrase, I found my other half, that's a crock of shit.
Right.
Nobody finds their other half because that means you're never whole to begin with. You're supposed to find another whole person that you go through life parallel with and align.
Right.
Now, I personally was in a relationship many years ago that I could see myself going down the line of what we're talking about, where it's just like her thoughts would then become mine and her feelings become mine.
Friends and your friends, and
yeah, all of that.
Yeah, that's BS.
And it was just one day where I kind of just woke up,
right,
and I just said, this is not healthy for me.
Right.
And when that ended, it was kind of like a fog clearing. So actually, I do, to be quite honest with you, I really do understand men who go through that, and not just men, women too, but you have to be your own person, and you have to allow your significant other to be theirs and to be the best that they can be. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that sometimes it's a little more serious and strong. I think that in a case like the Smiths, or the Pinkett Smiths, I think that she is in so much command to where she could just be smashing another, having relations with another guy, and tell her husband and put it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? For the world to see her talking to him while he's got tears in his eyes and she's got a straight face. Like, that's, to me, that's like she's in total control. If he's willing to risk his livelihood when she's supposed to be protecting his livelihood for her feelings. To me, that's very selfish and just very one-sided.
Yeah.
Like, how could you? And that's just, maybe he's happy with that result. Maybe he's happy with having to resign everything. Maybe he's happy with losing his Netflix shows, which I just heard. Maybe he's happy with losing all these jobs now. I mean, I know he has enough money, but are you happy with losing your reputation?
Yeah. I mean,
All these squeaky clean guys. It'd be these squeaky clean guys. When they fall hard.
Yeah.
If they would have just been bad boys to begin with, this wouldn't have been that problem. If you were a badass from the start, this wouldn't be the problem. But you paint yourself to be this perfect human being.
Yeah.
And then now everybody sees maybe what you really are. And it comes crashing and burning. It's happened to Tiger Woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it happens. I'm not saying it's any fault of his, but I'm just saying that, guys, don't let your woman think for you. It's not worth all that. It's not worth all that. Be your own man. Be the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's not.
You know what you could have did. You know what you could have did if it was that serious, where you had to do something. You could have sat in that seat that you were at with your legs folded after you chuckled and screamed, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." You could have yelled that from where you were sitting, and the point where it came across just as strong.
Absolutely.
Without all the controversy.
This would have never happened if he would have used words, right? Yeah, I gotta be honest, man. Like you're bringing up that red table talk. The other thing that was very alarming for me about that was the phrasing. That phrasing of like calling it an entanglement.
Oh yeah, that was the hot word for the whole summer or whenever that happened.
Yeah, and even Will was just like, entanglement?
Yeah,
really?
You were sleeping with him.
Yeah. I'm not for this, like this programming of your significant other. Mm-hmm. I'm not for that. Mm-hmm. Men, women, it doesn't matter. I'm not for that. You gotta let your significant other be them and allow them to flourish to the best of their ability.
Will is a cuck. You know what a cuck is?
I do.
That's Will Smith.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She probably let him watch. She probably let him watch that night because she liked what he did.
Yeah.
You did a good job. Thank you, Will, for doing that. I'll let you watch tonight.
Ricky Gervais posted a joke and he said, if I was in Chris Rock's position, I wouldn't have made a joke about her head. I would have made a joke
about her boyfriend.
About her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we watched a break, a snap. I think he snapped.
Of an emasculated man.
Of an emasculated man. That's what I think that I saw.
Yeah.
That's my belief. Because it in a lot of ways, I do feel sad for Will Smith. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for
I said that the next day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I still think he's a dick, though.
Yeah.
Just because comedy is comedy, man. People are up there to do the job. You sit in the front row. You're there to pick up your fucking award. You're there to get all the fucking praise. You're there for people to say you're the greatest. We can't believe you did it. And now you can't take a joke.
Yeah.
Get the out of here, man.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
So privileged.
I don't, but going back to the original question, I'm not sure if that's really him.
What?
And what we saw.
What, that?
Yeah.
Everything. So look, it is really him. Okay, it was him. You saw it.
Well,
it
him
was,
in the moment,
listen,
right? Yeah, I understand. I understand.
So nobody does shadow work, right? So we're all. It's never not us. It's always. That's Will Smith, right? Whenever I used to, get in trouble or do something crazy or do something outlandish to somebody, or hit somebody or something. Be like, oh, I don't know what came over you. That wasn't me or whatever. Yes, that was, dude. That's your dark side. That's what it is. It's you. It's your dark side. Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to control the two. Right?
That's okay.
You have to control the light and the dark. You just got to know how to contain them. You got to learn how to let them both out at times.
Okay.
But you can't just pretend like the dark side doesn't exist. That's when this kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
You suppress that dark side. No, that dark side, people need to know that it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You give them all this light. You give them all this shining light. You're taking pictures with everybody. You're pretending like you're the most positive person in the world. You're giving all these motivational speeches. And then you do something like that and you say, it's not me. It's not the man I am. Yes, it is. That is absolutely the man you are. Every time I snap and yell at somebody, that's 100% the man I am. I'm that asshole that was screaming and yelling all this crazy stuff. That's in me. That's in you. That's in you. It's in everybody. But everybody's not honest about having shadows, dark sides.
Right.
We all have them.
Right.
It just comes out, and then people say, I don't know what came over me. It was this. It was that. Nah, it was you. Let's be real.
Man, I still, I can't let go of Will Smith prior to the incident.
He's still that.
Yeah, right. So I think what I'm trying to say is that, like, I think that he's just, in this relationship, he's walking through the world with a foggy lens. I think that, I don't know. I
don't know what he's doing.
I don't know either. I
think he needs to get right with himself.
He does.
That's all he needs to do.
And that's what Jim Carrey said, where it's just like, I don't have any like ill feelings towards Will Smith. There's something going on with him.
Yeah.
That's what we saw. It was something.
He needs to get right in himself.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Fellas, I guess the first segment of this show is basically, don't think that protecting a woman is risking everything over a joke. Okay? If somebody jokes something, my woman can handle herself verbally, right? Mm-hmm. If I feel it's getting out of hand and I see she's uncomfortable, I will step in.
For sure.
But not a joke.
Yeah. Because you could fire back with 10 better ones.
More than that.
That's right.
So, fellas, think for yourself. I heard a lot of women saying they wish that their fella would have did what Chris Rock did. Fellas, come on, man. That's extremely selfish. Because now they're going to find out. Now, once they find out Will Smith is losing everything, he's still going to be crazy rich, but he's not going to be getting no jobs for a while.
No work.
Yeah. So then it'll be like, oh, you still wish your husband would have risked it all for a joke.
Yeah.
A dated joke.
Yeah.
Like that.
And that's not to say that I am not for defending your woman. I'm all for that. Mm-hmm. I'm all for defending your woman.
I don't think anyone's against that.
But that circumstance is a clear-cut case of showing... It's showing where your line is in terms of like how you support your significant other. And I just can't stand behind,
because you're mad that she's cucking you, and you're frustrated about
That's
that.
what I'm trying to say.
And the world knows, and you took it out on one of the gods. We'll be right back. Ern eating on the mic. Check it out.
Caught him snacking.
Pay attention. That was a good first part of the show. Mm-hmm. Guys, if you're at, if you felt like I was talking to you, maybe you need to step it up.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Yeah.
If you're in a situation where you have to ask your woman to touch her, you need to step it up. Let's switch gears a little bit.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about something that happened here close to home.
Oh.
In a place called Dublin, California. Do you have this lady's name?
Oh, you talking about courthouse?
Yeah.
Oh.
I might need your help with some of the details. Well, from what I remember, is this lady was going to court for a car theft, but she came to court in a stolen car. Am I not right?
You're correct.
Okay.
Woman arrested for car theft drove another stolen car to court appearance.
Okay.
Do they say her name? Let's see. She's 41. Oh, yeah. 41-year-old Brandy Jones. Brandy Jones used a stolen vehicle to show up to her court appearance about her stealing a car.
Yeah, come on. How
What? Come on, man.
How silly does it get? People are wild out here right now.
It's crazy.
They're outside and they're wild. They're not thinking straight.
No.
You're going to drive a stolen car to your stolen car court hearing.
Man.
You can't write this stuff.
Was there any? Do you think there was any rock-like substance involved?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just weird behavior.
She's an expert car thief, but not smart. Obviously, she can steal cars like, nobody's business. She just gets caught. She just gets caught from time to time, but looks like she's down for the cause of stealing cars.
Man, she didn't take it to the pay and spray like they do in Grand Theft Auto. She had all the stars still.
No. She brought it to the to the spot
to the court hearing
to plates, everything.
Here's my other thing about this story. At the very end of this article, it says the courthouse was less than a mile away from her. You can't walk a mile.
So she could have just walked.
Yeah, she could have walked. Been there about 10 minutes.
Courthouse was less than a mile away from her house?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
Brandy.
She has a problem.
Brandy has
Brandy Jones.
She's just arrogant.
That's just lazy.
She's arrogant. She's lazy.
She thinks not smart.
She thinks she's above the law.
Did she think that would be cool? Like, oh, watch me.
They're gonna bring the hammer down. This is amazing.
How ridiculous of a human being is that? Like,
well, desperate times call for desperate measures, but I just don't think that she was thinking very well.
I mean, like, listen, man. Less than a mile.
No, it's crazy outside.
Oh, it's crazy outside for sure.
And I understand she's one of these people that make it crazy outside. I get that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to dig deeper to see what's going on in the mind of a Brandy Jones,
Yeah.
From Dublin, California. She's from Dublin, California. They said she lived right by the courthouse.
Yeah. Not far at all.
So I'm thinking she's somebody else that's not from Dublin, which is a very posh town. Is Dublin changed from when I was younger? Because we're in the Bay Area in Northern California, where Dublin, California is.
No, it's posh. It's posh.
And it's a very posh town.
Yeah.
I don't know if a car thief ring out there. There could be.
Is there such a thing as an addiction for stealing cars?
I don't know. I'm sure you can get addicted to doing anything.
Grand Theftaholic? Is that a thing?
I don't know if it's Grand Theftaholic, but there's a lot of people who steal a lot.
That's true.
That's kleptomania.
The kleptos are out and about.
I knew a klepto named Heather one time. She was crazy.
What was she into stealing?
Everything. She's from Spokane, Washington.
Oh my God.
Still all kind of stuff. Go to jail and stuff and then get caught stealing again. It's like, dude, how?
How does this keep happening?
Yeah, stop stealing.
Stop stealing. And for Brandy Jones, like, just the one day for you to not steal a car. She has a problem.
Maybe not. Maybe she's had that stolen car and she was like, I'm just gonna take this one. They ain't missed this one in a while.
Oh, maybe that. Maybe that's what happened.
I wonder how long that car had been stolen. She probably got all kinds of stolen whips. She probably sold some stolen whips.
That was probably car C in the lot.
She probably she probably got all the designer clothes and everything. Living that posh life out there. It's gonna be a Netflix documentary about this lady one time. She just got too greedy at the end. She was selling Teslas. All that.
They should call it Bad Brandy.
Had the Chinese coming in with the ships, bringing the thing, shipping the cars over. to the Nigerians, you know.
Oh man.
She could have had a whole ring going. We don't know.
Yeah, man.
Cause she's gonna do some time, but she's not gonna do she's gonna do some years, but you know,
yeah,
maybe not.
Probably not major time. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Car thievery. I don't know how big of a deal that is.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they don't even find the car thieves.
Yeah, we know somebody personally that got his car stolen. Still ain't find it.
Oh, that car gone.
It's gone.
That man lost his keys too.
Yeah, oh man, that's true.
It's gone.
Oh, poor guy. Yeah.
It's all bad for him. But no, it's not all bad for him because he came up. So
yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah, he came up like George and Wheezy. But you know, you got anything to add about this crazy lady? She lost her mind. What's her name again?
Brandy Jones. 41
41 years old.
Yeah, same age actually.
Same age as me, yeah? Yeah, almost. I'm 40.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, don't give me extra time. I haven't got there yet. Let me earn that.
Brandy Jones. Did you think it was funny? Was this funny to Brandy?
No.
I bet it was entertaining.
She was just very arrogant. She thought she was going to do it. She's been doing it her whole life. She's been doing it for a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? She probably built a whole little empire. She's living in Dublin. You know what I'm saying? Living La Vida Loca.
I imagine her household is just full of stolen things. Like I imagine, like, you know, you go over to Brandy Jones' house and you're like, hey man, I'm kind of thirsty, get a cup of water, and you see those clear red cups that you see at Round Table. You know what I'm talking about? Like
yeah, man,
the red Round Table cups there.
She's still in all the Round Table cup. I mean, no, she got all the fly stuff though. She's still all the fly stuff.
She got like designer couches and
she's on some next level. She's on some next level. She lives in Dublin.
This is true. I forgot the fact that it was posh. The posh region that is Dublin.
Yeah, she lives in Dublin.
She probably has a lot of nice
41 years old. She got caught up in the game. Brandy Jones, you laughing at her. Poor Brandy, man. Was it Brandy with an I or Brandy with a Y?
Y.
Oh, okay. If it was Brandy with an I would have started thinking something different.
Yeah, I'm laughing. This is just low grade behavior.
Low grade is definitely low grade behavior, man. It is definitely low grade behavior. Stealing cars. I mean, you stealing cars or you driving stolen cars? What is your defense?
Is there an accomplice?
You're on trial for stealing cars, and then you drive to the courthouse and get a new stolen car charge. I ain't never heard of that before.
I've never heard of that either.
That's got to be a new one. People, let me know if you've heard of that before.
Yo, outlandish. Outlandish.
Great stuff today, Daniel.
I agree, my friend.
It's Dirty Ern and Dan. Somebody should have told you. We out of here. Peace.